What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Let's go ahead and get started with the level 2 guide. Bojack does reduce damage, cannot stun, and you can't also reduce his attack or defense. So obvious pick here is going to go with a mono physical team. Now I am going to go back in and probably do another video just testing out what my fastest times are. These couple of videos that you're seeing aren't my fastest by any means. Still kind of like testing out the team setups and here and there, but I will probably upload a compiled video later on with, you know, all levels and just kind of trying to get through it as fast as possible. So this is more or less just kind of building a team just to, you know, kind of be able to beat it. Not bringing the best team by any means, but you know, a team good enough to clear it. So he does have the ability to not be stunned, so he's immune to stun, but he's not immune to having his SA sealed. So that's why I'm bringing the Super Saiyan Bardock. Obvious pick for the leader is the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and then the Super Saiyan Broly, which is going to increase stats by 70%, as well as providing +3 key link. Now there's better options with that, and depending on your deck you can customize it accordingly, but this is more or less a sample of what kind of teams needed to beat this event. And like I said before, you know, I could definitely clear this a lot faster if I, you know, kind of built a better team, but you know, I'll do that in another video compiled. So Vegeto Blue here is going to be very important because he has the ability to counter all the attacks, and then once Super Saiyan Bardock seals his SA, Vegeto Blue is going to really come in handy, and it really depends on how many times he can get a super off too. So let's see how much in damage he'll take here. About 54,000, which isn't too bad considering the max HP is about 240,000, so not too bad there. And Broly really isn't going to be the one attacking. I mean, he's not going to provide that much in damage because he only benefits from about 50% from the Gotenks lead. Now the LR Kid Gohan will definitely help in terms of defending, since he does have a passive of increasing defense based on the key level. Alright, we need to go ahead and definitely seal his SA here with Bardock. And honestly, I could have brought in the Super Saiyan Gotenks also, since he does have the seal SA capability with his super attack, but for this one, we're just going to keep one character that can do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and seal his SA here and let Vegeto Blue just counter like crazy in the next round. And Bojack here definitely does have a pretty decent HP level. I mean, I don't even know how many bars that is, but it's definitely, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 HP bars, so that's a lot. And it does take a decent amount of time to get his HP down, so that's why Vegeto Blue is so important here. Alright, so we know his SA is sealed here, so all the attacks that are, you know, centered around, we're going to put him there so he can counter like as many times as he can. And I do like putting in the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because he does provide 35% boost to attack and defense, so that does help out the team overall. And the Arara-chan is very nice too, one of my favorites, but her SA is actually pretty nice. I think her damage potential is immense, and key multiplier of 140%, I think. So she does do pretty well in this type of team setup. I need more super attacks here, come on. He's getting the criticals, but not the supers. Alright, so we are getting the HP level down pretty quickly. So I think one more attack here will seal the deal. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and probably... Let's see. I'm pretty sure Kid Gohan could finish Bojack here with his Ultra attack. So we'll go ahead and do it like that. I think Gohan can do about anywhere from like 400,000 to 500,000 in damage probably. So, you know, we'll go ahead and do that. If not, Bardock is going to be able to seal his SA. But if Bojack survives that, we might be in trouble. Alright, so that took care of Bojack here. So on to the second one, which is the TEQ Android 13. Alright, so let's take a look at his stuff here. Alright, reduce damage, can't stun, and you can't reduce attack and defense. So those are the restrictions for the TEQ Android 13. Now, I am going to go with an Extreme Intelligence team, and honestly, I could probably pick the sub-lead as Angel Gold and Frieza because I do have a couple of guys on here that part of that Revived Warrior category, so they'll get that 170% boost versus 70% from Boo. So there's a couple ways you can go about it for this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and make that adjustment since you know, Kid Boo, Cooler, and Angel Gold and Frieza do fall in that category, so it's definitely going to help out in terms of potentially speeding up the process a little bit. Unfortunately, I do have two super types here, but I want to keep Super Saiyan 3 Bardock for level 3 against Goku Black, because Goku Black is definitely a much tougher boss, and I need all the help I can get. So for against Android 13, I'm going to go with an Extreme Intelligence type, and then for Goku Black and level 3, I'm just going to bring my Super Intelligence type because I have a bunch of heavy hitters for that specific type. And I did put the Ginyu card in there because he does have the ability to reduce damage taken. I think it was either 40 or 50%, so that definitely does help whenever you do see a lot of attacks coming this way. I did also put in Android 16 because he can reduce damage by up to 55% based on his passive skills. So it's really, you know, you can see Janemba on here too. I mean, I put him there specifically to, you know, reduce damage taken. So all three of those guys right here, they're mainly to serve as defenders. Ginyu is probably the only one that can hit pretty decent out of all the group because Janemba is only at level 1. Android 16 does have level 15, but his damage potential isn't quite there. So again, 900,000 in damage, that definitely does help. So that's why I initially didn't include Ginyu with the Namek Saga category at level 1. Not only does he have a type disadvantage against the physical Ginyu, he's more beneficial to have at this level with the Extreme Intelligence team. So I do have to make sure these two guys get their super attack. That's going to be very critical in terms of speeding up the process and making sure I clear the stage. So, you know, the key is a little bit of an issue right here. So originally I wanted to put Angel Gold and Frieza at the very end where most of the attacks are coming, but in order to get everybody's SA, I got to put him up front and let Kid Buu handle what he can handle at the end. So yeah, around 9, you know, a little bit short of a mil, so that's a decent enough output to where it's more beneficial to have Angel Gold and Frieza as a sub lead. And Kid Buu can definitely do some damage here. I don't have any dupe paths unlocked with this guy, by the way. So yeah, 1.5 mil definitely does help. Pretty much dropped his HP level down. Now this is definitely close here. Yeah, I only had about 7,608 HP left. So we're gonna have to recover that HP through the links, and then get some key, intelligence keys here, so we can recover a little bit more in HP. Hopefully, kind of survive through it, and we should be, because Buhan's gonna be able to do his super attack here, and we should be comfortable. Yep. So he did about 1 million in damage there too. Alright, so we're going to move on to the Super Saiyan Broly strength type. So the obvious pick for that is going to be a Mono Agility team, and I'll show you here in a second which team I'm going to go with. And like I said, this is a little bit dragged out. It could be a lot quicker, and I'll make a new video on that. Alright, so he reduces damage, he can't be stunned, and you also can't reduce his attack or defense. Now I've got a very decent agility team right here, especially the super type. So I'm going to pick the lead as the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Vegeto. They do add +3 ki and 70% to stats. But I might be better off going with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeto lead, and then either or Vegeto or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku sub lead, because most of my characters in this slot or this team is going to be super types. I do want to include the Golden Frieza though, because he can tank, and regardless of the lead setups, he can tank either way, because he can reduce 90% of damage taken. So in that regard, it's fine to include him like that. Tapion, definitely want to include him on there because he does reduce the damage taken by 50%. Not Kefla, but Caulifla is also a good one, because she can evade attacks and counter the super. So those combinations do help in terms of the overall balance of the team. I expect this one to go pretty smoothly and pretty quickly, because it is a pretty good setup. So obviously, where the attacks are coming, I want to put Vegeta there, and also Caulifla in terms of defending by dodging. All right, and then I want to make sure the key is good for the next round, so everybody can potentially super attack and reduces damage even quicker. Yeah, my Caulifla card is only at SA level 1. But I heard with the upcoming banners, she does have a farmable SA, so I'm glad I kind of waited for that instead of using up Kais for her, even though I pretty much have 3 dupe paths unlocked. So, I could spend a lot of orbs on her and, upgrade her very nicely. So I'm kind of glad I was patient and just waited it out, because I had a feeling both Caulifla and Kale would have farmable SAs at some point. So Vegeto here is pretty much going to be the counter specialist, maximizing the damage that way, and then with the SA he'll be able to also do pretty good damage. And this guy is a beast. I mean, he can hit close to 2 million, like you see right there, so he's going to be a big contributor in terms of reducing damage. And I have him at level 11 additional attack and level 15 for criticals. You saw Tapion on there, he does reduce damage taken. And then once HP goes below 50%, he's got the ability to go into his giant form. That's going to help, conserve HP a little bit and buy some time a little bit. And the Super Saiyan Gotenks is also pretty nice. He's got the nuking passive, so for agility key collected, his attack will increase by, I can't remember if it's 15% or not, but it's in that region, so it definitely does help. And you can see he's pretty much going to kill him off here. Alright, so that is pretty much the quick overview / guide for level 2 of the new Battlefield 2.0.